Japan. I've lived there for 10 decades. What makes this place so great? The main reason, food. I'm talking udon, nabe, ramen, tempura, sushi, gyoza, takoyaki, yakisoba, onigiri. The list goes on. Yeah, Japan does not mess around when it comes to food or how to distribute it. There are more than 2 million vending machines in Japan. Most of them sell drinks, but there are also ones that dispense ice cream. There are also various convenience stores, which we refer to as kombini. Even in the most rural areas of Japan, you are guaranteed to find one. I usually go there to get rice balls as a quick snack, or grab an ice cream cone straight out of the freezer. I still don't know how that's possible. Who else but Japan? On another subject, some cool places I've been to were Round 1, a place with arcade games, air hockey, table tennis, the 8-ball game thing, and its own area called Sportcha, which, if you haven't guessed, is a sports area. Odaiba, a mini-city famous for its rainbow bridge, endless shopping malls, and a giant Gundam statue that lights up at night. Getting to these places is pretty easy too. The best way to get to these places is by train, which is as easy as paying for a ticket or using a train card that you can charge and pass by scanning it. This is what the train system looks like, by the way. It gets easier, trust me. Recently, I went to a resort at the beach and I was playing Pokemon Go. Even though it was a rural area with barely any internet, there were 16 people in the raid room lobby I was in. Who are these people and where did they come from? If you want an easy battle against a legendary Pokemon, just go literally anywhere in Japan and 16 other people will help you. This is Japanese writing, and this is also Japanese writing, and this is also Japanese writing. The last one is kanji. It has 4,476 characters. I stopped trying to figure them out at 3rd grade kanji. Which reminds me of my time in primary school. I wish I could have learned more Japanese, but I was in an English speaking class for the majority of the time. Don't get me wrong, it actually helped me make some really good friends. Some of those friends don't know how to be loyal because sometimes they decide they just want to be bullies today. I've been bullied before. I've been kicked, I've had a door slam on my finger, and I was almost tased to death by 2 guys with a homemade weapon that consisted of a motherboard with 2 wires taped to it. So, here's the funny thing. I was in a library when that happened, and the librarian told me to shut up because it was a library. So, I guess the next time you see someone who obviously has a weapon, go to a library because it's too loud for them to use it. My best friend had it worse, though. He had a very interesting personality in a society where everyone has to be the same, and they did not like how out of place he was. As soon as he arrived on the first day, other people in his class moved their desks away from him so that he was alone.
Bruh.
He was made fun of or physically threatened practically every day. To be honest, I also thought he was weird and I laughed when other people made fun of him for a bit, but we became friends when I realized he had a lot of the same interests as me, and I just talked to him and treated him like a person. Can't believe I was almost a bully. Other than public shaming, Japan is pretty safe because they don't allow guns in the country, and if you ever lose your wallet, you're likely to find it again at a police station because most people in Japan know to return any lost items and money. It's so safe. I used to go on konbini trips at night all the time with my sister to go get snacks and stuff. Wait, do you hear that? Oh god, it's the sound of summer. Why do I hate summer? Childhood trauma. Ever heard of a cicada? These boombox roaches come out of the ground every summer, climb onto trees and shed their disgusting skin everywhere, and blast their awful music constantly. Kind of like the neighbors. They're usually avoidable in the beginning of the summer, but towards the end they start quote unquote dying and fall on the ground, usually on people, as if they're trying to make people hate going under trees. But they don't even die properly. They just kind of lay there and wait for the perfect moment that someone happens to walk near them. That's when they suddenly decide to spring back for life for one last jump scare before they get eaten by a bird or something. Summer is probably the worst time to go to Japan, so I would not recommend it. Winter, however, is perfect because there are no annoying bugs everywhere, and you can somehow still eat ice cream in the cold. Oh, and I have been in earthquakes before. My first one turned out to be the 2011 earthquakes, and I was in one of these buildings, which were designed to withstand earthquakes, but it was still powerful enough to shake objects off my dining room table. There were still earthquakes after that, just not that powerful. Overall, Japan is among the best places I've ever been to, and I highly recommend going there. Not in the summer though, or else this will be the last thing you see.